Kristian Hernandez here with Sports Video Group. Very pleased to be joined by the Seattle Kraken's Ryan Schaber. Ryan, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thanks for taking the trip from Seattle to Chicago. Kraken Hockey Network, new venture for the team, kind of departing from the previous RSN that you guys were working with. I guess take me back to when you guys first launched. What the challenge is, what it took, why you guys wanted to go that route. I'll let you explain.
Yeah, the Kraken really listened to their fans, and the fans said they want to be have more access to the game. So they worked to deal with an over-the-air partner and Amazon to stream our games and broadcast our games in a 5-state region, which is great. But we had a very short window to do it. I started on the 1st of May last season, so it gave me about a 3 to 4 month window to figure out how we're going to do it. So there's a lot of work, tremendous undertaking, but we had a small and mighty team that came on and really dove in, and I guess every day we just had a checklist that we just kept checking boxes off.
Sure.
And so little by little we got it done and launched for preseason in mid-September.
Right, still a fairly new franchise in the National Hockey League, so handful of seasons in the league, and you're like, you know what, let's go on our own, kind of start this network. It's been great so far. Obviously, the first season. I guess go into a little bit about the production elements that you have.
Sure.
We're gonna get into the next question about like what's it like working with the RSNs, but what's that creative freedom and kind of matching it with the tech?
Yeah, I think the coolest part about the venture is that we have a huge, strong investor group that really bought into this and are really excited about it. And so one of our investors is Jerry Bruckheimer, a Hollywood producer. And one of the first meetings I had, he said, "Hey, more cameras is more drama." So we're like, oh, okay, cool. So, we already had a pretty big production with Root Sports before that. So we were really just kind of enhancing a little bit here and there. Mm-hmm. And so we have, ice to ceiling coverage now, which is awesome. We have 5 robos, 5 super slow-mo cameras. We operate 12 cameras every single game, share with the in-house production now that we're all the same team. And so we have a ton of options at our home. Right. The difficulty and where we're trying to evolve is things like cable cams and drones. It's difficult inside an arena with the nets in hockey, but we also have a historical landmark for a building we play in. It is renovated and new, but it's really hard to do anything in there because it's all a lot of red tape. So That part's been really hard, but the investors have been unbelievable in supporting us and giving us the resources to put on an unbelievable product. And then lastly, we match it with world-class talent. We have the best talent in the league, in my opinion, on our games every single night. And so it's just a really, really cool, fun project that we've been a part of.
Sure. 5 Pledge Arena, like you said, a unique venue on the NHL side, but in all sports. So kind of gives you some challenges to work in, but you guys have been great. Last question for you. You mentioned kind of taking in-house that creative freedom. I'm sure there's challenges that come with that. Can you discuss the differences that you've experienced in that first year? And also, if someone's watching who's going to jump into that space, any advice that you've given them?
No, it's been fantastic. And again, going back to the investor, it's not just them, it's the entire organization has been supporting this, right? And it really helps everybody. And I think that's been the difference maker. I think we've always done things kind of at an arm's distance in the past with the RSNs. And so now, we have a player making his debut and his family flew over from Finland and his parents are in the stands. We know where they're sitting. We know their names. We know all the stuff. So when he scores his goal in his first game, we have a shot ready to go. And so there's nothing that falls through the cracks because we're in the meetings. We're in the planning sessions. We know what's happening in arena. We know what's happening with ticket sales. We know what's happening with marketing. So we're all the same group. And then the next layer of that is we're in the same building as the players and the coaches. Where they practice is our office. So we're around these guys and we have access to them and trust, and we've built great relationships and rapport with them. So it becomes a lot easier to tell those stories and have a little bit more insight into all that stuff. And so in terms of advice, I mean, it's been eye-opening to educate a lot of people that aren't familiar with the broadcast space in the organization. Yeah. But it's been very, very rewarding at the end of the day because so many people have bought into it and can see the value of telling your team's story on a platform like broadcast. So it's been fantastic.
First season, you're still trying to figure yourself out, but like you said, building the relationships, you're kind of setting yourself up for the future that is going to be bright. So
100%.
Ryan, thanks for taking the time, man. Good to meet you in person, and good luck in the future.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Seattle Kraken's Ryan Schaber. Please head over to our website, sportsvideo.org, for more interviews like this one with Ryan.